First of all, just bring us up to date on the injury situation, please. Are Jordan Henderson and Andy Robertson available this weekend? Is Sadio Mane fully fit? And is Fabinho available as well? Because we didn't see him at training last night.
Endo and Robert didn't train with the team yet. They did their recovery stuff, rehab stuff, and didn't train with the team yet. It's pretty close. Will be a late decision about that. Sadio's good, and Fab came only back lately, and he did recovery, and so I hope he can train today. That's the plan. Didn't hear yet anything different, but in the end, we'll have to wait until tomorrow.
And the fact that Arsenal can go above you in the table, what does that say about the importance of this game in terms of top four, but also in terms of the title race as well?
Yeah, it says a lot. It's just a title race. It's a bit early for that, but to stay up there, we all know we need just in front of Arsenal to stay in and around the top of the league. You need results, and we didn't have enough good results in the last few weeks. That's why the situation is like it is. And yes, we lost at West Ham. But even if we would have drawn there, the situation would not be massively different. Obviously, with the win, yes, but with the draw, not. So that's it. We know that we have to perform. We know we have to fight, and that's pretty much the most important information. Probably, we have to fight because Arsenal is a really good football team, but we are at Anfield, and we have to show that, and we have to make clear that's a massive difference for all teams and for us as well. So, and that's why. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a while ago that we played here. Now we have 3 home games in a row, but I was at a while ago, and can't wait to start.
That's Alex from PLP, and that's Juliet from the BBC. Alex and Sue.
Hi, Jurgen. How are you?
Hi, Alex. I'm good. Thank you.
Good. After those disappointing results in the league, would you say it was a good time for the international break to come, to reset and go again?
Nope. I hate international breaks. Absolutely, no. And it didn't help from an injury point of view. So let me say like this: if we would have played the week after, not again immediately again 3 days later, our players for sure would have had, all players who had no games would have had 2 days off with their international, with the teams, with the national teams. They train pretty much through all this because the coaches want to have their own targets and own agenda, and they want to very often think that they have to do physical work with them as well. And no, I don't like it. And so it was not helpful. That was the question. I would have loved to play the weekend after.
And Arsenal, bottom of the league at the start of the season, now just one place below you. What do you make of the way they've managed to totally transform their season?
Oh, great. But I'm not surprised. It's, look, the season starts, the winner of the first match day. If you win the first match 4-0, you get questions, you get asked questions about can you win the league, stuff like this, and you think, oh my God, it's really early. If you lose the first game, then you are directly in the relegation battle. Obviously, with the quality of Arsenal, there was never a chance that they stay where they were at the beginning of the season, and so it was always clear they will come back. The way they came back is not normal because they are since then have an incredible run of results, and they are good. They are good. They know they were lucky in 1 or 2 games where it could have been different. All these kind of things. Crystal Palace played an incredible game against Arsenal, for example, and I think Arsenal equalized late, if I remembered right. And but these kind of things you need to get results together, and it's what they did. And they won a lot of games, and that's where they are. But we are not surprised that Arsenal is a really good football team, and but we have to make sure that nobody forgets that we are a really good football team as well. And we lost the last game, yes, that's true. But that is over long ago, if you want, 2 weeks ago. So now we have a chance to do better, and that's what we will try.
Thanks, Alex. We'll go to Juliet from the BBC, and then we'll go to James from TalkSport.
Hey, Jurgen. I'm not going to ask you about Stephen and Aston Villa, but something he said yesterday about you, saying that if you signed a lifetime contract right now, he'd be happy, obviously, for Liverpool and for you yourself. I know last month you spoke about, you have 3 years left on your contract until 2024. Would you look beyond that if that contract offer was there?
Wow.
Wow.
I thought Stevie said a lot of nice things and really smart things. And I watched the press conference. It was incredibly good and made sure. Let's talk about Aston Villa and Steven Gerrard and not Liverpool and Steven Gerrard. And now you make of this that question. I don't have to think about these kind of things in the moment, thank God, because we are in the middle of this season and that's all what we are focused on. And I really think I spoke often enough. No other manager gets asked that often about things what happened in 2.5 years, or 3 years, or 4 years. So at least I don't know, and I didn't think about it until you asked me now. I don't want to think now about it. So it's all fine how it is, and it's over when it's over, but it's far away from being over. So let's focus on that.
Thanks, Jules. We'll go to James from TalkSport, and then we'll go to Carl from BBC Merseyside. James.
Jurgen, Mikel Arteta said last year after you played that even if his side pressed perfectly against you, you have Virgil van Dijk who can play a 60-yard pass straight to the chest of Mo Salah. When you talk about Van Dijk from a defensive point of view, he's obviously sensational as a player, but from an attacking point of view, how much of a weapon is he for your side?
Yeah, very important to mix up our build-up is very important. He's not the only one who can play this ball, but he can play this ball. So that's good. I think the boys, our centre halves, improved in the last few years a lot in all the build-up situations, and they very often are the first ones to get the ball from the goalkeeper. So it means that's an important role. They don't have to play the final pass, but they can play whatever. The second last, or third last, or whatever. So that's how it is. And the main thing about these kind of things is if you mix it up, we feel that very often ourselves. It makes it just more difficult for the opposite team to adapt to it, because you think you have an idea for this pass, you have an idea for that pass, you can close the center, you close the gaps, all these kind of things, and then they play over your head. Many teams do that with us constantly, and so we thought years ago we should try that as well. And yes, it's. Virgil is a really good player, and I'm really happy that we have him. And yes, he has plenty of strength, and hopefully he can show them all on Saturday.
If I can just ask you about Steven Gerrard, he said yesterday that you'd exchanged a few messages before the game. What messages did you send him ahead of his first game in charge at Aston Villa?
No, not before the game. After he signed the contract, we exchanged messages. And there are messages, otherwise I would have posted them, which I don't do because they are private. And he said one thing, and yes, that's true. I'm looking forward to meet him. That's true. I'm really happy for him. But what we write is completely fine if that stays private.
Carl with BBC Merseyside for one, then Carl Markham from Press Association. Then we need the hands up for the breakout section.
Hi, Jurgen.
Hi.
Nico Williams, he played really well for Wales on the international break at left back as well. He's shown his versatility. How much has he improved? And with all the games coming up, is he going to get more game time? Is he pushing for that for a start?
He's pushing. He did it already at Preston, which is good. And Nico's a young player, and he plays at Liverpool, which is we are a pretty good football team. It's not that easy to get in the first team. On his maybe natural position. I'm not sure if really right back is the natural position, but there's Trent Alexander-Arnold, and then if he couldn't play and Nico was not fit, then James Milner played there in an incredible way, to be honest. But Nico, I saw images of his performances, and he did really well, especially offensively. Big chance against Belgium in the last minute or so. It's all about pushing, and that's what he's doing. So he's not doing anything wrong, and then it's about opportunity coming up.
And on the midfield, with injuries, you've used 9 different combinations. How difficult does it make it in? Does it make it in both attacking and defending, where it's not settled as you would like as well?
Yeah, it's not easy, but if it would be easy, our owners wouldn't be not pay that much money to sort all these problems. That's how it is. We have to deal with that. Would I wish to play always the same three? No, because we have too many games for that. But would it be cool to have the choice between 5, 6, and 7? Yes, that would be really cool. And would it be cool to have some training days together to have a look what works out in the best way? That would be cool as well. But we don't have neither nor. So we have to deal with our situation. And last year, a situation, a really strange situation, a center half position. This year, it looks like we have a midfield disease, and we have to deal with that. And that's what we do. But there's no excuses for anything. We want to win football games, and we have to find a solution for the specific game. And the next one is Arsenal.
Final question in this section from Carl Mark, and then we'll go to the people who've had their hands up from the Carl.
Hi, Jurgen.
Hi, Carl.
Just to go back to the Nico situation, he's played more minutes for Wales than he has for Liverpool, and the Wales boss said this week that those players that are not playing games, he would support them looking for regular football in January. Obviously, he's thinking about his own position and what he can do for the Wales team. What do you think is a possibility that the Nico might have to go out on loan somewhere, maybe to get some minutes in January? Is that something you've even thought about yet, or is it just a question of holding on to players for the time being?
We are really short of players. The last thing I'm thinking about in the moment is who could go on loan in the winter, and didn't think about that in the Nico case. I can 100% understand that a colleague from Wales that he thinks it would make sense that they play, but they are nearly qualified, or they are in the what is it? They can qualify for the World Cup with a lot of players who are not first choice in their teams. So I think it makes absolute sense that Nico is here developing every day, and that's what he's doing. And to fight through the situation, that's what he's doing. Just going on loan, and you never know where he will end up. On not Nico, but in general, a player, you have to, first and foremost, you have to make sure you fight where you are, because if you don't sort your problems where you are, you will carry them with you to the next club as well. I said before, it's not easy to be a first lineup player constantly at Liverpool. We have a really strong squad, but Nico is developing, Nico is improving, and that's why Nico could play how he played again for Wales, not only against Belgium, but as well against Belgium. And that's it.
Just quickly on the squad, we've spoken about Hendo, Sadio, and Robbo, but I'm just wondering, any of the longer term ones closer to being available for you?
For the weekend, no. The closest are probably Millie and Naby. I think we explained already with Curtis, we have to, I would not say day by day, but probably week by week until anybody gives us the green light, or him the green light. Harvey is doing really well, but there's still some time in between now and the moment when he can start again for us. And Joe, yeah, doing well, but needs time. For Bobby, doing well, needs time.